Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend and the Murray Hill Club Special Release. Both of these bottles cost $200, so which one will come out on top and which one should you spend your money on? Welcome back to Capitol Bourbon, everyone. My name is Steven, and on today's extra special video, we have a good one today. We have the Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend battling the Murray Hill Club Special Release. Both these bottles here are very rare, very allocated, and pretty hard to find, and both of them come at MSRP of $200. So which one's better? Let's figure that out today, and which one should you be hunting for and looking forward to spending your hard-earned cash on. Both these bottles here come from Joseph Magnus, which is located in Holland, Michigan, and they do source their whiskeys here from Indiana and Kentucky. But what they're really known for is blending and aging those barrels of whiskey that they source and turning them into something really, really special here. The Cigar Blend has been around for quite a while now, and they did recently resurrect the Murray Hill Club Special Release here, which has been making its rounds across the internet and across the webs recently as something really special. The Cigar Blend here, this is batch number 245, so they do make a bunch of these really, and it really depends on your batch. I did hear that the earlier batches were a little bit better than the later batches, the 200s. This one here comes in at 54.05% alcohol by volume, I believe, or 108.1 proof. And yeah, this is bottle number 252, and it's blended by Nancy Farley, the master blender there, or master distiller there at Joseph Magnus. The Murray Hill Club here on my left is a newer release, and it did recently reestablish this brand here in 2015. And this one here is coming in at 55.5% alcohol by volume, or that's 111 proof. And the batch here is batch number 4, so they do have, I believe, bigger batches of this Murray Hill Club special release, just because there's lower batches of that. And this bottle number is 2,120, so yeah, definitely a little bit bigger batches there. And it doesn't say on here that this was blended, at least I don't see it, by Nancy Farley, but I believe she definitely did have her hand in this Murray Hill Club special release, since she's the master blender and distiller there. A little bit difference here between the Murray Hill and the Joseph Magnus is that the Murray Hill Club is finished in Calvados cask, while the Cigar Blend here does have 3 different casks finished in. The 3 casks here, the first one is the Armagnac cask, the Sherry cask, and then Cognac. And I did end up getting pretty lucky here. I was able to pick up both these bottles at MSRP. I picked them both actually in Michigan in the Novi area when I was up there for work about last year. And actually, in the Novi area at least, I was able to find multiple stores that had bottles of the Cigar Blend and also bottles of the special release here just sitting on the shelves, all for around 180 to 220, maybe $240. So if you're in Michigan or you're looking for one of these bottles, I would say check your Novi area liquor stores, as maybe it's around that time that they're releasing. I think it was September of 2023 when I was there, but definitely check those liquor stores and see if they have them. Good chance that you might find these in the Novi area at least. And without further ado, let's just go ahead and crack these bottles, see how they are on the nose and how they taste, and then give them a rating. Let's start here with the Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend. Cork pop. Pretty good, pretty deep on that. And I do just want to say right now that these bottles look absolutely fantastic. They look amazing sitting on the shelves, especially as a pair right out in front. Really like the design on the bottles here. Cork pop on the Murray Hill Club. A little less. All right, we got these bottles poured up. On my right here, we have the Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend. On my left, the Murray Hill Club Special Release. Let's go ahead. Let's first compare the color on these two. They both are pretty dark. I'm not gonna lie, they both are pretty dark for a bourbon and whiskey, which is a good sign. When you like the bourbons darker, usually can mean just deeper, richer, complex, a little bit more flavor. And they both are pretty similar. I would say maybe on the left, the Murray Hill Club is just a tad darker, maybe half a shade darker. Let's go ahead and let's start with the Cigar Blend here. Let's see how it is on the nose. Wow, okay. It's very bright, fruity, complex there on the nose, maybe a hint of char and oakiness there on the back of the nose. But yeah, it's really good, really bright. I did read on the bottle that does say that there's toffee in there, and I am kind of getting that toffee smell, like an old kind of butterscotch, maybe toffee candy. You do get that on the nose if you kind of dig for that a little bit. Nose is really fantastic. It reminds me of the Bardstown Discovery Series number 12, which is just a fruit basket. And this, on the nose at least, I'm getting a bunch of fruit there, a bunch of bright red fruit. I could smell this one all day. I'm kind of getting some oatmeal as well, like an oatmeal cookie. This nose here is fantastic. It's sweet. It's really everything you want. Wow. Really, really loving the nose. Let's go ahead and see how it is on the palate. Immediately on the palate, I'm getting a lot of bright red fruit with a medium/long finish, and a lot of also kind of like a banana, walnut, nut bread vibe, which is actually really good and really creamy as well. The mouthfeel there isn't extremely great. I'm not getting just completely covered with it, but the flavor there, it stands out. It's really punching you in the mouth. That's some excellent whiskey, really. One of the best whiskeys I've honestly tried, I think. I know I say that a lot, but honestly, we just keep upping and upping the game. And the Cigar Blend, batch 245, guys, That's really, really good. I'm excited. Let's go for another sip. Gingerbread, oatmeal, a little bit bananas, walnuts, fruit basket. Finish is actually quite long. Mouthfeel, not too great. It's not really creamy. It's kind of tastes almost like a little thin and a little bit watery, but the flavor and it punches so strong there. So I'm not really too offended by that, but in the mouthfeel, it is a little bit thin for me. I just like kind of a creamy, rich, something you can kind of chew on. But yeah, that is absolutely fantastic. The flavors there, incredible. Easy drinking at 100, I believe 8 proof. This is fantastic whiskey. Really, really good. Man, I just want to finish that glass right now. It's that good. Let's go ahead. Let's move on to the Murray Hill Club Special Release. Let's see how it is on the nose. The nose definitely doesn't hit you as strong as the cigar blend. It's not as bright. It's a little bit deeper, more complex, a little bit more mellow. You kind of have to fight there to kind of pick out the nuances. This nose, I would say, is a little bit worse than cigar blend, just because cigar blend, you can easily smell it and easily sniff it all day if you really wanted to. The Murray Hill Club here, you have to fight for it. Again, it's complex, but it's more subtle and a lot more mellow. You're getting kind of that deeper, richer notes on this one rather than the bright notes on the cigar blend. Yeah, you're getting dark fruit on this one, maybe plums. Yeah, a lot of plums on this one, really. Nose on this one's great still. You just kind of have to stick your nose in there and kind of fight to figure out those flavors. But once you kind of get a hint for them or a nose for them, you do find that. And the nose here is fantastic. Let's go ahead and see how it is on the palate. Better mouthfeel on this one. You do get more of that creaminess. This one's definitely darker. You know, the nose was darker. The flavor, the palate on this one's definitely darker. Again, kind of that plum creaminess feeling on this one and less of that bright fruitiness. I think this one's fantastic too. They both are very different actually. If you compare them side by side like I'm doing, you would absolutely see a difference on them. They both are fantastic. They both have about the same finish, but the Murray Hill Club does have a little bit better mouthfeel. Just coat your mouth there a little bit better. Again, you can kind of sit there a little longer and kind of chew it. Murray Hill Club does have a little bit more spice, a little bit char and oakiness. Still a bit bready and creamy there, like a plum kind of cream, which I really enjoy actually. So let's go ahead, let's compare them a little bit here and then let's give them a ranking. That's so good, holy crap. I am gonna have some sips of water while I'm comparing them. All right, after sipping on these for a little bit, sitting on them, I do have my rankings now, and I do believe these two bottles are fantastic. My recommendation, these are absolutely worth the $200 price tag. There are certainly a lot of bottles out there that are going for $150, around that $200 price tag, that are way worse than these bottles. These two are fantastic. Both of them are deep, rich, complex. You can smell both of them all night long and sip on both of them all night long and pick out different flavors depending on what day it is and what time of the night it is that you're drinking them. So I think they're fantastic. I'm gonna give the Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend, we'll just start with that one. I'm gonna give this one an outstanding score of 94 here. The Cigar Blend, batch 245 at least, is absolutely fantastic. It's such a bright fruit basket. The finish there is pretty good too. It's pretty long. I absolutely love this one. When you drink it, it just kind of, I don't know, shocks you, wakes you a little bit. The fruit, the finish, the little bit of char, a little bit of oakiness that you get on this one, I think is absolutely fantastic. Nancy Farley outdid herself on batch 245 here with the Cigar Blend. I love that one. 94 is a high score. I think that's the highest rating I've ever given so far out of all the bottles I rated. So the Cigar Blend here is absolutely fantastic and 100% worth it. Let's go on to the Murray Hill Club here. I think this one's absolutely fantastic too. They both are very different if you compare them side by side, especially. The Murray Hill Club, again, the finish is great. It's just definitely a bit darker, more plum, more cream, more bread. I think it's fantastic as well. Kind of reminds me a little bit more of the Coy Hill. So if you're kind of into that kind of flavor profile, the Jack Daniels profile. This to me though is just as special, if not a little bit more special. This one's just fantastic. I wish I bought more of these bottles when I was up there in Michigan, just because I would like to back up these bottles. That's how good they are. The Murray Hill Club though, I would not say is just as good as a Cigar Blend just because it wasn't as bright. It's a little bit darker, richer, but you do have to kind of fight to find those flavors. But I do think it's just a little bit notch there below the Cigar Blend that I have here. So for the Murray Hill Club Special Release, I'm gonna give this one a 92. I think it's definitely fighting up there for the best of the best I ever rated and reviewed before, but it's just not as good as the Cigar Blend. That's an absolutely fantastic score though for Murray Hill Club and for both these bottles. They're both absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend if you can find one of these, definitely pick them up. I'm blown away with these bottles. I think they're absolutely fantastic, 100% worth the hunt. And we asked which one in a battle would come out on top. For me personally, I'm gonna say that the Cigar Blend squeaks out the Murray Hill Club Special Release. So if you find both of them on the shelves for $200 and you only have $200 to spend, I would probably pick the Cigar Blend, but then definitely save up your pennies, come back later and pick up the Murray Hill Club. They're both that good. All right, and that does it for this video, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that content. I hope you enjoyed the review on the Cigar Blend and the Murray Hill Club. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below what you think of the Cigar Blend and the Murray Hill Club, and if they're worth it for the price point, and which one you would choose if you tried both of them. Liking, subscribing, commenting helps the channel grow and helps to let me continue to make these videos for you guys. So please do that down below. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Let me know what type of content you guys would like to see. Until next time, enjoy your whiskey and cheers.